Okay, it's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I'm joined by Real Ale 140, and we've got a Doppelbock Dunkel, and I'll leave the rest to Chris.
Now, some of this is guesswork, some of this is based on my GCSE in German, not so good. So I think this is genus for Leib and Seele, which I think is a restaurant in Frankfurt, as far as I can tell from the internet. So this brewery goes back to 1455, and we think they're in the Frankfurt area. We think it's brewed in the normal kind of German way with the Reinheitsgebot and all that kind of business.
Yeah, but the more important thing is the Doppelbock as Dunkel, which is a beer that Chris has introduced me to really over time, and I really enjoy. So I imagine this is going to be a good brew, a 7.1% ABV. This beer has been sent by Jens Jens to us.
Thank you, Jens.
Thank you, Jens, for sending the beer. Absolutely. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Oh, lovely.
It didn't jump. Yeah.
Bit of smoke.
So Doppelbock is kind of the first kind of beer that I really drank on the continent. That was cracking.
Ooh, look at that. And yes, it's the colour. Looking at Chris's beer, now looking at mine, it's what you want from a Dunkel.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a difference between just going for your standard Dunkel and then Dunkel Weiss. This is a nice doubly beer. It's I suppose it's like the English equivalent of a stout.
Strong, yeah.
It's their version of a strong ale.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a German version of.
If you're not German, obviously. I mean, if you're German, then it's just a beer.
Yeah.
Bangs me used to that.
Oh, look at that though. There you go. Beer in a glass. See, it just looks like a Dunkel, doesn't it? It's dark. It's got that chestnut look about it.
Yeah.
So
it's somewhere removed from a red ale.
Yes.
It doesn't quite give the same impression as a UK red ale would.
Yeah.
It's got a very kind of odd characteristic of its own, and it's fantastic.
It reminds me of a Dunkel always reminds me somehow of a Fuller's Golden Pride. I always go back to that. I know it's a different category, but it's that big, strong, malty kind of backbone to the beer.
Yeah, there's a bit more about it. I think the difference for me with these, I suppose, is the yeast is like lobbed over, in a much bigger way. And I'm getting whiffs of that and getting esters of it.
Here we go. Wow.
It's like a weak coffee kind of.
Yeah, it's coffee. It's like Mellow Bird's coffee. Remember Mellow Bird's coffee?
Kind of stuff you now might drink.
Yes. It's that. If you're from the UK, I know we're reviewing a German beer, but Mellow Bird's coffee.
Somehow it's sort of slightly of mushrooms.
It does. It's got
more specifically mushroom soup.
Yeah, or chicken soup. Mushroom, chicken. Yeah.
That's really peculiar.
Peculiar. It'll probably taste amazing.
Yeah.
I reckon we should just dive into it.
Ginger.
Cheers.
Prost.
Prost.
Yeah.
Prost.
Is that them?
I think so. Prost.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
It's sweet. It's a lovely sweetness to it.
Yeah. Malty. Malty.
Yeah. It's almost like somebody's tipped an entire bag of Maltesers down my gullet.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to chug them.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Is it your style? Is it this big malty?
This is the kind of style that got me into sort of beers in the first place, I suppose. It's been 15 years, really, since I sort of cracked into one of these, Rich, and that was a Belgian one as well. But I can appreciate it for what it is, and it's fantastic. It's a great way to enter the beer world, and I think this has to be praised in Germany at the moment. you're not reliant on bloody Heineken or Carlin or all that stuff. You've got good quality beers like this just popping up in your supermarket.
Yeah.
You can go in and you can taste some actual beer flavour.
Yeah.
And clearly lager is a big thing in Germany. Clearly,
oh yeah,
that's where it comes from. But there is real beer in the background, and I don't think it's being treated in the same as our craft beer scene in the UK is.
Yeah.
I think it's just part of the landscape.
It's there already. It's never gone away.
Yeah.
It's never gone away.
Whereas ours disappeared for 20 years.
Yes. Yeah, and now it's we need it back.
What do you think of carbonation? I think it's possibly do with a little bit of a pep on that side. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just needs to be. Maybe this might be the fault of this beer being in our cupboard for the best part of 6 months. But then again, being a Doppelbock at 7.1%, it may be carbonated in that way just to take the kind of edge off it. But I'm not getting any of that 7.1%.
Oh no, goodness.
It's like drinking juice or...
It's like drinking Malteser juice.
Yeah. Really sweet.
Very, very smooth. Maybe this is the thing, I've been drinking lots of Saisons recently. I'm used to that, that kind of up into your top of your mouth like somebody's bunging a soda stream at your nose.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm looking for that and it's not meant to be there. No, if you're German, you will know better. And correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. I was expecting something of the Waitrose Bock. The Waitrose, was it the Waitrose?
Dunkelweiss.
Dunkelweiss. For some reason or another, I was looking for a Dunkelweiss, but that is because we're standing here as complete novices, really, with German beer. And if I'm honest, I don't know my Dunkelweisses from my Doppelbocks, from my Bocks. It's another category. It's a category I appreciate. I'm standing here saying I like the beer, but it's something I need to get used to.
You need 5 or 6 more just to try and get a sense of where that range sits.
Yeah.
From here to here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the key. And it's difficult to lay your hands on them, I suppose. Because Trappist beers are quite easy to lay your hands on, and at the moment Saisons are quite easy to lay your hands on in the UK. So
Absolutely.
And then we're well served for IPA, both American and English, but actually good continental beer. If there are restaurants, there are very poor quality restaurants generally, but even decent ones that say, "Oh, here is our continental beer selection," and on that continental beer selection will be Heineken and bloody Stella.
Yeah, and
that is not continental beer.
No.
The UK is really badly served.
Yeah.
For what is serving for normal day-to-day beer on the continent. That Martin's beer, which you can go back and check.
Yes. Yeah.
Fantastic, but we won't find it over here.
No. That was a kind of a once-in-a-lifetime bottle.
It's sad. It's sad that we're neighbours with all of Europe, and we can more readily get beer from America.
Yes. Totally. We just to kind of hit a couple of flavours and then give you a final thoughts and a rating, because I think we're both, and admittedly, I think we're both maybe leaning on each other with this review. Maybe kind of.
It's a brown sugar. It's a Malteser.
Yeah.
It's tasty. It could be refreshing if you were in the right frame of mind.
Yeah. For me, it's very sweet, and something maybe I would have liked 2 years ago, where I'd have put 2 sugars in my coffee. It's the way my palate's adapted to the bitterness. I've gone all out bitter.
You're looking for hops.
I'm looking for hops. I'm looking for really bitter coffee when I want a coffee. And I've lost that whole kind of idea of drinking really sweet drinks. Now, if you give me put 2 sugars in my coffee, I'd probably ask the person if they're trying to poison me. It's just that way. But final taste. There's no way you would find that this was a 7.1% ABV
Oh
beer.
God, no.
No
Absolutely no
way.
sense whatsoever.
No sense of the alcohol there whatsoever. It's nice and sweet. It's probably something my wife would really enjoy. Nice and sweet, nice
and it would go
malty,
very
unoffensive.
nicely with a big dinner, a big meaty dinner. Get some schnitzel down your gob, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
It's a big, nice, big meaty thing. Just swill it down. You know, this will work well.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 7 out of 10.
I'm with you.
7
I'm totally with you. I can do that now.
Yeah.
7 for
out
me.
of 10. It's a style. If you love, it's like a turbocharged man's brown ale.
Yeah. This is a normal man's drink, you know, and it is. I don't think it should be considered much else. It might have been created for a fancy restaurant. Well, I don't know the cuisine well enough to be able to say this would fit absolutely brilliantly with it. I don't know how fancy the restaurant is even. I mean, it might be their equivalent of Nando's. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's a 7 for me. I can't really give it much else because it's not flicking my switches.
Yeah, and apologies to, pardon me, apologies to Jens if we can only kind of give what we get in front of us, and yeah.
If it's been there for 6 months, it may have suffered from aging issues.
Yeah, it might have been an aging suffering process, but there we go. Let's wrap it up.
Thank you, though.
Yes, thank you for sending. Put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews and cheers.